Respected Chairman, Mr. Devadas Nagam, respected Chairperson, Madam Ruby Devadas, respected Principal, Dr. Suresh Kumar, HOD, Madam Sangeeta, faculty members, and my friends from Economic Times, Mr. Sriram and Mr. Madhavan. Young ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be here this morning to share some of my thoughts and experiences with you. All of you who have joined here as an MBA, your aspiration, what I want to talk is incommensurate with your operation, with your aspiration. What you expect to be, what is going to be in store. That is what lingers all your mind. What kind of a career I am going to have? What kind of a rosy picture which I am going to have? In spite of all the strict fog of competition, is there a space for me when I enter the job market? And how I should equip myself for the job market? These are going to be our today's sharing of thoughts, which should immediately benefit you. That is what I have decided. I will share some of the thoughts from experience as well as some of them from all the news inputs which it comes by seeing some of the many people who are able to come up in life from scratches. So, to be frank, you are all very fortunate in the sense, particularly after the second rebirth of the country in 1956, after the integration of all the states. From 1991 itself, what has happened is there is a big revolution in the country, revolution in all the front in India also. With one stroke of pen, our great Prime Minister, Mr. Narasimha Rao, has demolished the complete license Raj in India. So the boom of economy, particularly where the international economies used to make fun of India, saying that it is a Hindu growth rate, where it is a arthritic economy and anemic economy. Now it has become an athletic economy. So you live in an age in which all the countries have an eye on this nation. Where the near about today the report says near about 1/3 of the world population is youth power, who are born between 1977 and 1994. In this, the democratic youth profile of this country is the highest. So what was oil an asset once to the Middle East, now the educated manpower is the biggest asset in India. So, you have abundant opportunities, you have a string of opportunities, you have plethora of opportunities. Only thing is how to take care of these opportunities which knock at you and how to succeed in life. That is the strategies which we want to talk. Because what basically happens is everyone likes to be a vice president at the age of 32. Correct? Everyone wants to be at the age of 35 a director of a company. And the name, fame, car, our name should be in the lips of everybody. This is ambition of everybody, which there is nothing wrong in it. But only thing is, this kind of title, name, wealth, these are all secondary. First and foremost is the foundation which has to be very strong. I am talking all these out of personal experiences which I share with you. If you look at the Calgary Tower which is in states, if you see is 140 meters or something is the height. 60 feet is the down below the foundation. You want to rise high, the foundation has to be strong. You pursue excellence, all these things are only byproducts. Automatically your wealth, name, fame, everything will knock at you. You will not have time even to impact it. Okay. So first and foremost is one should never approach backwards. Approaching is in the front. Most of us, we give tremendous amount of time, most of the time to very minor things. And here, fundamentals have to be strong. For that, what are the fundamentals? What in our course of speech, what we are going to do is, half an hour we will have it for these kind of experiences which we have seen, personal examples which I will tell you, and another half an hour for a visual listing of explaining presentation. Because once you visualize something only, it goes, some of the points can get reverted in your mind. And after that, the next half an hour is, we will have an interactive session, you can talk, you can ask any questions, that is going to be, I just want to see that In this 1.5 hours, all of you give rapt attention so that, you get energized, you get enthusiastic, and then, some kind of a magnetic effect is made on you. That is my idea. If that fulfills, I will leave this all as a fulfilled person. With this thought only, I drove long, came here to share some of my thoughts. Okay. Now, looking at the success in the sense, anybody in the world, if you see who have attained success, you need not worry about where you come from. Many of us, the basic first worry is, what background I am. This is the social background. The playing game, this is, I don't have that kind of a setup in which I hail from. I am, you blaming the institution or blaming the parents or blaming the society. If you don't know how to dance, many of them will, what they will do is they will blame the dance floor. Because history gives us glowing examples where many in the world, from scratches, they have come up in life. You have to keep your eyes open, because as I told you, the amount of revolution which happens, which knock at you. This is an age, this is a generation which many of the things which happen, people in the earlier generation, they were deprived of that. So you have to make the best use of it. Let it be communication. Today, you just see how humanity has, mankind has been able to conquer the nature. We are faster than the birds. How man has manipulated ether to such an extent. Today, with one fraction of a second, your complete data communication can go beneath the rest of the globe. When such a sharing is there, you have to use all the abundant opportunities which knock at you. Number one is, you have to have the firm belief that you must grow where you are planted, irrespective of whatever the background or anything is. You must shine wherever you are. Because the world itself, it shows. Today you just see, I was just looking at, can you ever believe economic times report, these kind of things which you should read. A candle maker becoming an owner of 400 crore company. A candle maker growing, becoming a. It is all true stories, if I tell about Abraham Lincoln or tell about Thomas Alva Edison, these are all not motivate you, because people want today, what happens is immediately the latest, because it's a robo age, people don't want to see the person even. The hype is such. What is today's excellence is tomorrow's mediocrity. So that is what I thought to the extent I will tell. His name is Naresh Gulati. Imagine this Naresh Gulati, what he has done is, he was just an ordinary person who was after 10th class, he didn't go anywhere and all. He just from Delhi bringing wholesale candles and then selling birthday candles and marriage party candles in Chandigarh. After that also borrowing 5,000 rupees from his relatives and other people. After that, the passion which he had is to come up somehow or other in life without any moral shortcuts. After that, he has opened a company called Oceanic Consultants. See, whenever you venture anything or in life itself, don't think it is going to be very smooth road or anything. Nobody is going to put you a road with asphalt and then a smooth and then, wide road and then, you sail fast. There has to be many breaks, there are bumpers come, there are, so many hurdles come, there are rocks come. All that you have to circumvent by taking cue from the experience of others, because everybody has learned only from somebody. And do not set limitations on yourself. Nobody has grown in a single day. All people have some guru or other in life. If Socrates was a teacher, Socrates had a student called Plato. Plato had a student called Aristotle. Aristotle had Alexander. So life goes like that only. All of us, we started only from zero. It is up to you, as I told you, is first of all the acquisition of excellence. Once you have this excellence, these qualities, all other your wealth, name, fame, everything, it follows you. Once when the lotus bloom, all the bees will come to suck the honey. You need not invite them. When you put the light, automatically all the moths will come when the light is put. So first of all, you have to light up your personality. For that, what is essential, particularly when you study in MBA, where you have high ambitions of becoming a leader in marketing or a financial wizard or an HR expert, what are the qualities the job demands? What is the market now? For that, little bit of acquisition of knowledge is also essential. These kind of things which you read, first of all, first and foremost, what you need is a vision. In the second year, you are all in second year, isn't it? Second year?
You are all in second year.
Second year, when you come itself, how many people have written a goal statement? First and foremost is, where you want to go in life. So you go to the airport or somewhere, you cannot go to the Jet Airways sales girl and ask them to give me a ticket. You have to go whether you are going to Bangalore or Delhi or Calcutta, anyway. The vision, when there is no vision, Samuel Johnson told the civilization perishes. First and foremost is you visualize what you want and put it in writing. Writing is the most important thing, because why writing is your entire pen is not mightier or anything. Your entire emotions, your entire this thing, it gives a good articulation of all your thoughts. So writing this thing, you will have a self-talk. You will have a remembrance. That is highly essential to visualize. Many of the people in life who have succeeded, if you see, almost all you see the sportsmen, your athletes, everybody where they have done the mental rehearsal. Before the event itself, they have seen their winning game. One night before itself, they have seen their actual winning. So such is a kind of visualization, because in life, what you think most of the time only you are going to hit. Then why not think big? Why think small? Because this is a fact, this is an eternal fact, timeless fact, which is proved by almost all the people in history. What you think 99% of the time only you are going to hit. When such is the case, why not dream big? Because you are going to hit at it. And life is too short also to think small. Because if you look at it, an average person's life, 80 years, even our life expectancy is not 80 years in India, it is only 66 or 67. In 80 years, if you spend, there are only 960 days and 29,000 days, which is for a human being. So within that, one should not have a coma walk or sleepwalkers. Many people without aim or anything. That is what Benjamin Franklin, it seems very often he used to say, saying that he will show the graveyard to people and tell it seems, look here, you will have plenty of time to sleep there. Don't sleep when you are alive yourself. So you will get plenty of time there. So after throughout you are going to sleep. Before that, don't sleep. So when such is the case, we should get into the things of how to achieve success, what are the essentials. Once you visualize what happens is, you get the energy, you get the enthusiasm, your entire emotions flow. Because what you see, particularly the nerve which goes from the eye to the brain, that is 25 times bigger than what you hear. That's why what I wanted to put is, normally I don't put this slide because sharing interaction is better than showing a film. But today's world is, everything needs hype. Only showing a film only one can survive. You have to be commensurate along with the times, correct? But in that what happens is, 1,000 times seeing, 1,001 time seeing is equal to 1,000 times hearing. There are innumerable cases of history which shows. Other day I was reading, that also Times of India only I was reading. Can you imagine a girl is only 1 foot and 8 inches. She is a girl called Jyoti Nagpur, only 1 foot and 8 inches. Her height was not any diminution in her thoughts or anything. Today itself she has acted in 3 movies. She stands on a table and then gives speeches. Already in London they have made a documentary on her. She sings songs, and already in Tokyo they have made a documentary on her. So there are innumerable examples which can be told by which people from any walk of life will come up. It is not essential, whatever the circumstances or anything, it is possible for you to come up in life. So unnecessarily you need not bother about your social background or about your economic background or anything, because those things are not at all essential. You are heir apparent to universal mother, that is what Swami Vivekananda told long back. It is your birthright, nobody can deny that to come up, because everything is in you. That self-esteem is highly essential. That motivation is highly essential. Taking pride in oneself, that is most essential. And one more report I was just reading the other day. See, you have a goal or vision, whatever you feel like the best, what you love the best. You follow your heart, what it says. I was just reading another thing. You just imagine what very beautifully this also came in Economic Times. One gentleman called Javed Habib. His forefathers, everybody come from Barber family, Barber district. You know, they do for the 3 generations they have been doing. His grandfather also was a barber, and many people have come and told him, look here, why should you do it? Already you are well off. He told, look here, any profession, according to the times I will modernize. I take delight in this, in which I will modernize this also. He says, my grandfather, who was also doing haircutting for Lord Mountbatten, he used to proudly say that Lord Mountbatten, it seems, used to tell, in life I have bent only before 2 people. One is Queen of England, and another one is in front of your grandfather, in front of his grandfather. As he told any barber, you have to, he says, turn this side also you have to turn, kneel this one also you have to do. He says, that pride, he says, today I have made it in a modernized one according to innovation, where innovation is highly essential for anything. In this, he says, near about 300 saloons we have all over India. And now he says, my target is to make ultra-tech saloons of 10,000 saloons in that. There are numerable examples which it comes like that. These kind of things which you should read. Because, these kind of things only will give you confidence, As such, whether you are MBA, whether you study here or you study in international ESB in Hyderabad or you study in IIM, same people director will be in the syllabus, same hotelier will be in the syllabus for marketing management, same financial management they will read. The difference is a confidence level. This kind of confidence level which you can do it along with your friends or anything. Almost all the things which you discussed among, first and foremost is what it demands at present is your communication skills. That is highly important whenever a campus interview or anybody comes is your communication. Even though English is not our mother tongue, all of us are children of Lord Macaulay. So English education has come after the world has shrunk into a small global village. It is pertinent, many of the multinational companies have come, and which you have to necessarily learn a little bit of English, at least the communication. Even though you don't need Samuel Johnson English or anything, within that interpersonal, all that it comes only by practice. Amongst yourself, among the students, you live in that, go for the companies whenever they come, go on the website, know about the company, have your domain knowledge, be articulate, talk amongst yourselves. Because all these things, success and all, it cannot be, it has to be programmed in everyday life. Every day, small ripples of success. Then only, a roaring tsunami will come one day. Every day, you have to, program it so that, you move. Without you don't move, you will amount, walking in the treadmill. Walking in the treadmill, you can never cover any distance. Correct? Walking in the treadmill is within the 6 feet only you can walk. So better is equip all these things, because today's world there are many people to help you and many people who are willing to do it. So choosing a career, you choose something which you are passionate about, where your love is there. You have to follow your heart on that. Because throughout your life there is no point in lamenting the lost opportunities, that I should have been here, I could have been here or anything. Follow your heart, because that will delight you, where your entire enthusiasm, energy, everything will go. And all your studies, our colleges, our universities are not just like, they are stamping degrees to you. Much more than that, as your chairman was explaining, what is outside the campus also what you should do. That counts more. 70% is only your academic qualification. And beneath your personality, what is there? That only nobody. Till today, I have seen so many people who have gone for campus interview. My own people who are some of my age group and all, who are vice president and other people, I used to ask them. All of them, they say, we never bother about what is written in the marks. What underneath the degree is personality, is particularly whether he can exist with others, whether he has got communication skills. Particularly for this generation, one thing which I want to stress more is this people relation has to be very strong. Something I have done, because I am not a very late entrant as a teacher, even though teaching was my passion. What I have observed is, Many people, even the neighbor, even next person who sits, even they don't interact. That is highly essential because you have to believe in the power of human sympathy. You cannot, nobody exists in a social island or anything. The other day, even I am giving a practical example. Yesterday, one person came to my office. He is a person who was written the preliminary examination and who was passed the preliminary examination. Getting through the preliminary examination, civil service itself is very difficult. When we were writing, it was like a screening test. He came with his father. I asked him what is the problem. He told, sir, I have not applied for the main exam. Main examination is starting on 22nd. I asked him why. He told, sir, normally it is advertised saying that they will be sending. I told, look here in the net itself it is put there that if you don't have, you can download and send. Because 7th or 8th is the last date of September. This kind of ignorance, had you been with some company of people where you share your knowledge, where today is a world where you have so much of network, everything which comes. Instead of chatting or anything, many people use it also even to market their products. So what you have to do is that human relations, that is a highly important thing which one should have. That is the only thing which is going to lift a person also. You take the company of Reliance today, it is all the people's money. They were the first people who brought this, the share world itself, the share market itself to such a boom. First time people started investing in heavy amount of share. That kind of a human relation, because they trust them, the trust is built, the belief is built. So such a kind is essential in which you want to have long this thing in life, you want to reach sky heights, you have to have 100% good human relations with other people, because you have to carry along people with you. You can't tear down the people. That is first and foremost is many people act in silence. They don't even mingle. That is one of the things is, I don't know whether it's ego prevents them or ignorance prevents them. They don't even talk to the next person who sits with them in the classroom. That is not a very distinct. I hope all of you to take this thing. These are all some of the practical tips which I tell. And one more this thing is about enthusiasm, the cheerfulness. Because what you need is, when you visualize, the picture stands in front of you. When you visualize, all your emotion, enthusiasm, everything follows you. An intense passion follows you. When the intense passion follows you, that intense passion can defy destiny even. There won't be anything called destiny even. If there is a fire of enthusiasm, that fire of enthusiasm, even if mediocrity can be turned to meritocracy, provided with the fire of enthusiasm. Because all your faculties get touched if that heat attacks. And even your memory expands. During the course of our this thing, I will give you a good thing also for memory, because memory is also a very good weapon for management. So, all of you are entitled for this. It is not the sole property of few people who study from few institutes or anything. And our history has shown, and particularly there are current enough vivid examples. And one more I just reading, these are all people who come from first generation entrepreneurs. I am not talking about people who are from wealthy family. Even if you take today's India itself, if you take the case of Narayana Murthy, if you take the case of Nandan Nilekani, there are so many people. If you take the case of Guru Raj Deshpande, Guru Raj Deshpande is a person, now he is in the Obama's National Innovation Council in states itself. He has all started from a very humble family. In fact, Nandan Nilekani in his book Imagining India, he writes, saying that in Bombay, when he got his first job, he used to stay in Bombay. Now they don't give a room like your duplicate bachelor's room, 3-tier rooms. He says the 3-tier room in the middle berth I was having. And today, who is the chairman of Unique Identification Authority and who was the CEO of Infosys. So many people have started only from scratches. So here is a gentleman, particularly what he has done is just to see. This is Mahesh, but again another this thing. This is also an economic. Such kind of things, economic times gives you power of ideas, where as MBA students you should go through. And face to face, another thing about people who have reached the highest in their career in the ladder they give. Another one is the success stories which they give, and many of the financial students, it gives also an ET classroom where you should go through. All these things, in daily life which you can use, any knowledge which you give. Because you want to fly high, acquisition of knowledge is also essential. Because ordinary balloon can go only till terrace. After that, what happens is it gets burst. You have seen this Commonwealth balloon, 8 crores balloon. It has got helium. So you need to have stuff also if you want to fly high for a long time. So those kind of acquisition of knowledge is also essential. See, this gentleman, he just wanted to go for NDA exam, Mahesh Shetty. Mahesh Shetty also comes from a very humble family. Very humble family in Bombay, in Bologna, somewhere where, from scratches where he started, he couldn't get through, then he thought he would start coaching center, tuition centers. Tuition center for plus 2 or anything. Today you just see, turnover is near about 1,000 crores. One single room with a loan of 1 lakh he has hired in Bangalore in lease. He says the only thing was, I had the passion, only my honesty was the best thing. And I wanted to innovate, which I did, and I used all kind of technology, and I did a franchise. Basic thing is, I strongly believe that moral shortcuts one can't fly very high. It have a heavy price tag. He says straight path which I went, in which he says only thing is hard work. He says only one turning point it made, he says, in life. He says, I was reading. He says, when I was totally down, I was reading a Harvard business report saying that they have been interviewing many of the people who have achieved stellar performance in their career, who have reached sky heights in, like Rajinikanth, tennis players, Rahman, all over the world, so many people, they asked, it seems, what is the success story behind you? What is the sweat, tear and blood you have put to reach that height? He told, it seems, 10,000 hours of hard work. What? 10,000 hours of hard work. So you should be prepared to put that 10,000 hours of hard work. Because Tendulkar cannot just hit a sixer like that. Behind that, there are 10,000 hours of hard work. Is correct? So just one click, sixer cannot go. Because playing, he says in your textbook in 10th or 11th, there used to be a story on Tendulkar's cricket. He seemed 12 hours, 14 hours sometimes, continuous stretch he used to play at the age of 9, 10 and all. So such a kind of a passion which is essential, such kind of enthusiasm which is essential, automatically energy follows. Because whenever you think anything, think deeply and you visualize, it only happens. The mental rehearsal you do, many other people, whenever we go for UPSC interview, that is what I used to tell them, you make yourself a mental rehearsal also, visualize a goal. The similar thing which you can also do it in your career, wherever the interview you go and all. Because you go somewhere as an interview or anything, when you shake hands itself, you should touch his heart. Wherever we go, all eyes should light up. Such a kind of a thing, a personality, anybody can have also. As I told you, it doesn't need any particular sort of an economic situation or social background or anything. You are all legal, you are all heir apparent to the universal mother, and everybody is entitled for it, and it is your birthright also, which you can demand, provided you have to follow certain steps. If you follow certain steps, definitely it doesn't deny you. You have to fight in the process, because a farmer believes in that, correct? The farmer, what he does is, he sows the seeds, waters the plant, put fertilizer, sibling comes, then again another kind of fertilizer or pesticides. After that only the plant grows, it gives roots again. This is the eternal principle. All these are possible for anybody, and which the word impossible itself, even the history cannot accept the term itself impossible. Correct? History cannot accept the term impossible. So with this, what we can do is, now we will have a presentation about the points which I touched, particularly about the goal settings, how the concentration is essential, and how the amount of emotions, energy, enthusiasm which is necessary with practical examples. And after that, we will have an interactive session of this thing, what are your problems? Basically, what is your worries? Because worries are normally, anybody of your age. When you come for terms of the career, everybody, all of you come from far places, some of you may be from city or some of you may be from Tamil Nadu. Basically, when you come to the age, your parents have sent you here that he finishes, he will get to take a good career in a multinational company, he will get a HR or whatever you visualize. The worry lingers in everybody's mind, that is natural. Worries are like, roaming bird. It hangs around your head. Nothing, you need not worry about it. But only thing is, you should never build a nest in your head. If you allow it to build a nest in your head, then it is a problem. So let it worry, all that it go out once and you shine, the personality shines, all that it will vanish away, it will tear down. Now, can be put also later, after 5-10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. So some of the core values are, you have to have a goal setting, you have to have visualize. You will be success conscious, you will get success. Accommodate, whether it be a finance or marketing or HR or anything, any industry can. And after a few years of experience, you can be an entrepreneur also. The growth in which the country is going, except a few, this thing where, otherwise imagine in Delhi, the new gateway to India where the GMR people merged. They are all from village. How, near about 5,000 live cameras. The airport itself, last week I was there, I saw 2-3 kilometers, 3 kilometers. In that they have put another 18,000 feet. It goes, put the Indian Odyssey in a short term, they want the artist to draw the rich cultural diversity of India, unity out of diversity in India, from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. All our culture, entire culture, dance, drama, everything is depicted there. It was such a wonderful sight to see. The glass curtain itself, glass curtain goes around so many meters it goes. With such kind of marvels of technology, the prowess of economy where our nation can do. You live such an age where there are ample opportunities where you have to knock. Only thing is you have to knock. See, when the door comes, you will knock loudly and consistently, only somebody will open, where you have to have that kind of a thing. You have that, all things becomes possible. You need not have any distinguish and have that kind of a passion. Except even in the Commonwealth also, except the press, this thing, whatever has happened before and all. Nobody could have imagined our nation is capable of doing such a big event, except whatever it is in between the person has done, what is his name, Suresh Calamity. That is what Indian Express got saying, not Suresh Calamity, it's Suresh Calamity. So, but for that, the event went off in a superb way. So now, you have any questions, you tell me. How many people have written goals? Tell me, any gentleman, anybody there? Anybody has written goal till today? What is your vision statement? What you want to be? That is highly essential, You write, you have to have write it and keep in a piece of paper and visualize it. Then that is, you have, they asked an Olympic man, one person BBC was interviewing. He was around 5 feet 9 inches, where in high jump, exact statistics I don't know. They asked 14 feet or something, how you jump. You are only 5 feet 8 inches. He told, look here, almost all the time, every fraction of a second I was thinking only that. When I take bath, when I was walking, when I was eating, when I was shaving, the middle of the night, every time only that height was in front of me. So my entire personality has become like that. He says it is very automatic, spontaneously I have made it. It is not very difficult or anything. Spontaneously I was able to get it. So such kind of a thing you should have. 2 days back, one girl asked me in our institution, sir, how to have the memory. Memory becomes very difficult for IAS exams. Because look here, once when you live with it, see, memory is, where you forget. If you are living only with that, where is the question of memory comes? You are always remembering it. Your idea should be whether you go in bus or whether you come, you think about all those dates, names, everything and all. Where is the question of losing? So you live with that there is absolutely, it is in your tongue, it is in your mind. So such a kind of a tendency which one should have. I will give you a lively example. When we were all preparing for civil services, those days you don't have internet or library, you have to roam around and get. So now only you have this concept of developing and developed nation. When Mrs. Gandhi was there, it was there called as haves and have-nots. That is, the capitalist countries, they used to call it as haves, and other countries are have-nots. So, thinking on the split of second about the government language, studying about government programs, we also used to talk among all the aspirants in the library, outside, everywhere, talking about Silent Valley, talking about all. And just one more before we are. So, in this, living the same district, getting soaked in that government language, talking about today, for example, this knowing about nuclear liability bill, knowing about caste-based census, Right to Education Act, Special Economic Zone, National Higher Education Bill. Like that, in our days, there was Mrs. Gandhi always used to talk about haves and have-nots, haves and have-nots. So even after our exams are over also, we went to Missouri also. Many people used to use the word haves and have-nots and all. Not for literal this thing, because all of them have got into civil services. You get to the civil services in Missouri, what happens is many of the boys and girls, there itself they mingle and then they become life partners also. So since that language, talking in library, everything was there, we found it very difficult to break through that habit. There also a person will ask other person, have or have not? Is a have or have not? Whether he has got another girl or not, whether he has got engaged or not. Such a kind of haves and have not. So such a kind of a district, when you live with that, always think about it, entire district gets organized. Okay. The second half video we will see that. Now we'll have a break. After that we will have the presentation. Then we will have to open up and ask the interactive session some questions so that make it lively. They are pouring in. You should be drawing out so that it benefits you. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for innumerable examples and legends of management thoughts. Your speech makes us to feel to choose the best way of life with high enthusiasm. Your speech is an eye-opening session for us. It is really motivating, enthusiastic, and made enthusiastic. Thank you, sir. I request the chairman to honor the chief guest. Thank you, sir.
Questions, anything? Tell me. Anybody? Don't feel shy or anything. They ask. What are the?
MBA students.
Not only for the MBA students, for all the people as far as the career is concerned, today's market, what they take in any other campus or even outside when you go. As I told you, is your titles, your stamps are very little value. Except some class institutions where they have brand. Otherwise, what they do is your commitment to the company, your basic interpersonal skills, particularly your communication skills, communication about the language which we are talking. Because what a company wants it, whether he can suit me. whether he can live along with other members, the team spirit. You may be individually an intelligent person, extraordinarily brilliant person, but in any of the companies you have to work like a family. That organization culture, whether you can fit it. And apart from that, whether you can take initiatives and certain amount of your integrity, empathy factors, all those things only count. Mainly. So those things, you have to develop in the longer run. Communication at least you can develop by talking with each other. And these kind of empathy, integrity and all, these are all some of them are childhood moral prescriptions. Or some of the negative things which we can have, we can shed it out over a period of time. So that kind of a thing is highly essential. So particularly when you go before the interview itself, some company, if it comes to domain knowledge, first itself to go through website, what they are doing. Because all these things, they are likely to be in your question in the interview now. And that is the main thing. And I was telling about the English language. See, even though English is not our mother tongue, our mother tongue is a living thing, throbbing thing, and everybody, mother tongue gives some unity of purpose, and administrative efficiency, our pure feelings and emotions all come through only our mother tongue. But the necessities ask for it. So that also can be done by practice. If you take the case of Kapil Dev, when he came as a raw youth in 1978 in cricket from Haryana as a youth, at that point of time what used to happen is, he used to come for a Doordarshan Palmolive interview. To tell that I love Palmolive, he used to find it very difficult to express. But today, you just see when he comes on TV, only with the anglicized accent he talks. Correct? And our own people who go here in search of job to so many places, they go to Punjab, they go to Orissa, they go to Hindi heartlands, even our workers, our army men, who are in the lower runs, when they go there over a period of time, they speak Punjabi also, Oriya also, Bengali also, Hindi also. But when it comes to the question of English, we have some mental block. Okay, that mental block we have to shed because now it has become a necessity. The entire world has turned into one small village, and in the case of multinational companies, it has become necessity. Okay, so language also, a little bit of your interpersonal skills, all that makes a huge difference. The attitude itself in life, basically, if you can make a difference to so many human beings, that itself you can become a great entrepreneur. There are many people, how many people have heard of the name called Everani Company? See, at least basically, even you don't need to go through a number of books or volumes of books of Deepak Chopra, Robin Sharma, or this thing. Basically, at least, in economic times, Business India, whatever it comes, there is a magazine, one magazine at least in business. You know job market, what is happening, which company is doing what are the products they deliver, who is the CEO, who is handling, and many of the CEO history and all that comes when you read about them. It makes a great impact on you, it motivates you. The entire night you cannot sleep. Correct? It generates a fuel, it generates a fire of enthusiasm. You have to live in that fire. That is highly essential. Okay, now the okay, now just too much here. So language is a must. And another one is about Everon. How many people have heard a company called Everon? What's your name? Muthupandian. Enna pannundreenga Muthupandian? HR. How many of you are HR? Feel free to talk, see, because you feel free only then it becomes anything which comes spontaneously, voluntarily. Because all of us, we started only from zero. The technology is, there was somebody to help somebody. It is not necessary you have to think that somebody has jumped from heaven or anything. Everybody started. So don't set limitations. Anybody can rise to that height in life. Because, HR. How many of you are HR? HR leaders around you? How many of you are marketing? Marketing? Only one. Now, how many of you want to be in the marketing career? I must. The career of marketing. Finance. Finance. Finance, many people are there in finance. How many people have written goals, vision statement, at least mentally what I want to be? Have you thought what you want to be? It is necessary, you have left home and then come here. Correct? What? Now another few months your course will be over. How many of you are planning to do the project originally going to the office, then getting a manufactured project? Because manufactured project will not help you. Because why they get a project is to go to the company, you mingle with somebody, interact with somebody, you learn about the process in the company, somebody may like you even, they may take you even in the company. So that is highly essential. You should do on your own. These are all paths in which everybody comes, You have to fall and fail, then only success comes. Correct? In any failure or any this thing, there is always seeds of success in it. Correct? There is always seeds of success in it. Even if you hit the rock bottom also, there are ample chances of coming around. Because the lowest, what you can call, the rise of the tide is also from the lowest wavelength. Wavelength, from down and lowest step only it comes, So all things becomes possible.
Excuse me, sir.
Pardon? Yeah.
I have a query that other than finance, what are the skills required for doing a business?
See, doing a business is, first and foremost, for doing a business is domain knowledge is necessary in that subject. That is why you find many of the people, IIM graduates, other people, initially they work for a few years. After working only, then only, you become little articulate, where even you want to go to a bank and ask for a loan, they have to believe you. You have to create a trust system within human beings. And when you are very young, it's very difficult to get also. And particularly the human relations have to be strong. You have to make the other person trust you. That is the first and foremost for an entrepreneur. And which comes over a period of time. Basically, people-oriented approach is the best as far as entrepreneurship is concerned. Because you deal with people. Because people are not engineers, architects, doctors, professors, that is all the title secondary. First of all, they are human beings who full of passion, emotion, feelings. Dealing with them, it needs also a tremendous amount of maturity and wisdom. Correct? And wisdom is nothing but abundant common sense. With that you deal, that is why many people who have come out successful is, basically, if your thought or your business, if you can sincerely enhance the life of so many people, that business has to be necessarily successful. You enhance somebody, then you enhance, multiply yourself. That is the basic eternal truth, timeless truth. That is very essential. For that only I just asked the case of Everon. How many people of you have heard of a company called Everon? See, they were all like you, some of these things, they were all, two youths. They came from Ooty to write the IIT entrance examination. IIT entrance examination, they came from Ooty. They never knew even what is IIT or anything. So when they came here, wrote back, they are from a village near Ooty, Nilgiris district. That time it struck them, why not we do something also to our village, by which people should know computer, people should know what is happening in the city, these kind of entrance exam, these kind of MBA exam, CAT exam, GRE exam. Further, first what they started doing was computer education they started. And one or two orders they got to teach them over satellite from government. Today that is a 6,000, 7,000 crore company, which they have, but only two raw youths who came to Chennai to write IIT entrance examination. So, for entrepreneurship, the main first and foremost quality is your attitude to your business. If you can enhance the life of so many people, naturally that has to be hit good. Okay. And apart from that, the people-related, people-oriented approach. You have to carry people along with you, believe in the symphony of human power, than tearing down relations. As I told, teachers are not, people are not fully, he's not a doctor, he's not an MBA, he's not a professor, he's not an engineer. First and foremost is a human being with feelings and ego, passion, everything, that has to be done.
how to maintain the time management?
How to
Maintain the time management.
see time? You have 24 hours at your disposal. Okay, everybody, not only you. Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. Not only you, everybody has got that 24 hours. First and foremost is because you are having a short time or anything. First and foremost, what it calls for is to have a tranquil mind, equipoised mind, gathered mind. You get agitated, I have to do these 6 compressions, start everything and all. That doesn't make any this thing. Even you study little also, you study very well, that is more than enough. Okay. And within your time available, it's only thing is regularity is a must. What is must is a regularity. Regularity is anything which you do continuously for a while. 20 days continuously you do it, that becomes your habit. You are stretched for time because of few reasons, particularly in this generation. What happens is people see TV late night. Before Endran comes, people see Endran in YouTube. What is the tube? What is the tube they call? YouTube. So Endran, then morning getting up late. So first few days, half an hour, Endran in the sense, all the eyes are lighting up. You say Endran in the sense. That kind of a passion, that kind of enthusiasm you have for other things. You have for that also. Only thing is take it as an entertainment. Take it as an entertainment. Because the hype which they created and all that day I see in TV. Somebody, the way the fellows are, youth only particularly. I have achieved my lifetime this thing. Outside the tent, he said, even if I die, I have seen my God today in screen. Not God, what you have seen. That kind of a this thing. So your time management best is to have tranquil mind, then everything settles in place. So if you are stretched for time, either getting up little early or sleeping little late. The 20 days, as I told you, if you do anything continuously, and everything is you go slow to go fast, till the natural rhythm settings. Not that one day you get up at 4 o'clock, where you are used to getting up at 7 o'clock. The next day, you will never get up until 9 o'clock. Slowly, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like going to the gym or learning cycle or anything. First few days you fail. As I told you, is fail and fall, one succeeds. Basically, the best way to do time management is the regularity of pattern that sets you down, and apart from that, a constant reminder